This is the all-new Honda Civic. This model is supposedly a hatchback. No, this is not a hatchback. Yes, in technical terms it is a hatchback, but I don't think that this model is a hatchback. Now, we might argue for days and days and days and say, but yes, in technical terms it is a hatchback, but this is more like a sportback design. Now, I don't know what Honda was thinking when making the design of this car, but unfortunately it's not a hatchback to me. Wow, listen to me doing a voiceover. Yeah guys, this is the new Honda Civic and this is the car we're going to be talking about in the video. Let's go! Hey guys, welcome to Automotive Addicts. I'm your host Jab0711 and let's get into the video, okay? Today we're going to be talking about the new Honda Civic Hatchback. Or is it a hatchback? I mean, it's called a hatchback, but it doesn't really look like a hatchback in a traditional sense. I mean, it has a sloping roofline. So is it a hatchback? I don't know. I mean, it's a sportback. I mean, in my viewing, it's a sportback. I see it as a sportback. I mean, if you look at it to its competitors like the Volkswagen Golf or the Mercedes-Benz A-Class, it doesn't look like a traditional hatchback. And that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. So hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Now in the current lineup of the Honda Civic, you know that there is a hatchback and there is a sedan. Now this is the picture of the hatchback and this is the picture of the sedan. And there's quite some significant differences to it. But there's a picture of them side by side together where you can see, man, hey, this is not a proper hatchback. Now, I'll show you a poster right now of the evolution of the Honda Civic, and you'd see that the roof, little by little, is getting more curvier, and it's veering away from being a hatchback. Now, you might say I'm being too picky about this, but this, guys, it's not a hatchback, it's a sportback. Now, if you look at this side by side again, how would the normal consumer tell the difference between the hatchback and the sedan? And why is it a hatchback? Why didn't Honda give it another name? I mean, we know you guys don't want to call it a hatchback anymore, but you know, just say it's a sportback. It's not a hatchback anymore. Yeah, this car, it's a very good looking car compared to the previous generation, but because the previous generation, wow, that car was atrocious. Oh, the car was ugly. But this one actually looks good. I like this design, but I mean, it's not a hatchback, guys. It's not a hatchback. The base model of the Honda Civic has a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine with 130 horsepower and about 110 newton meters of torque. Now, the higher spec LS model has 158 horsepower and a bit more torque, so you can say it has about 113 newton meters of torque. Now, the base model engine is questionable. It's slow, but I mean, nobody buys the Honda Civic, well, the base model anyway, for power. The LX model, the higher spec model, has a bit of a kick to it. Has a bit of a kick to it, but yeah, it's still quite slow. I can't wait for the sporty models like the Type R and the Sport model. No, the one with a bit more horsepower. But yeah, the Honda Civic, the previous generation, I did not like the previous generation. It looked like it was designed by and for a 9-year-old. It just doesn't look good, man. It doesn't look good. Now, the current model looks so good. It looks good. I enjoy the design of it, but it's not a hatchback, is it? It's not a hatchback. I have a weird interpretation about the Japanese automaker Honda decided when making the design of the car. Yeah, it's quite funny, but this is how I picture them when they made the design of the new Honda Civic. Because it's not really a hatchback, guys. It's not really a hatchback. But yeah, let me show you my interpretation. Listen up,
designers, when making new Honda Civic, you're going to make it look sporty, and we're going to cut it, cut it, and make it look sporty, and we're going to make it look very sporty, because sporty cars bring lots of money. So now, when making it, cut it. No more hatchback. It's going to be called hatchback, but no more hatchback. So cut it, make it sporty. We make lots of money. Good.
Oh my god. Wow. Okay. That was my impression of a Japanese accent. Tell me what you think about it. But yeah, that's what I think the Japanese designers of the Honda Civic was speaking about when designing the new Honda. Because, I mean, hi. You don't have the right to call it a hatchback again, guys. I'm sorry. It's a great looking car. I have no doubt it is a great looking car. But it's just not a hatchback. Now, when I say it's not a hatchback, it looks, in my opinion, like they don't look alike, obviously, but the design of the car looks like the Audi RS7. And why I say the Audi RS7, if you open the boot of the Audi RS7, it opens the same way as the Honda Civic hatchback. And yes, it is a hatchback in technical terms. It is a hatchback, but in a traditional sense, it's not a hatchback. I'll repeat, in the traditional sense, it is not a hatchback, okay? Yeah, but it's not a hatchback, guys. I feel like it's a sportback. It's a sportback. Now, in terms of design, I think it's a good-looking car compared to the previous design of the previous generation. But still, I have some strong views about this car. I like it, but I don't like the fact that they call it a hatchback. Now, I will show you a picture in a couple of seconds. This picture is basically how the Honda Civic hatchback should have looked like. Now, in a traditional sense, that's how a hatchback looks like. But if you prefer that design, it's fine. I get you. But it's not a hatchback. So I'm going to show the picture to you guys right now. Just look at the picture. Look at the roofline of that bottom picture right there. That's how a hatchback looks like, guys. Now, I know that they did this design because it brings in sales and it brings in a different type of customer. But this design sacrificed, number one, headroom. And headroom is one of the key things that makes the car practical. And it doesn't really make it a hatchback. Because hatchbacks, when people buy hatchbacks, they want a small, practical, and reliable car. And it lacks that practicality because of the roofline. But yeah, those are my views about the new Honda Civic. Do I like it? Yeah, I like it. I really do like it. But it's not a hatchback. Now, I'm going to show you the picture of the sedan and the hatchback back to back again. And just tell me, would a normal person going to the dealership tell the difference between the two? Would they think that that's a hatchback? Like, a person going to buy that, they have a choice between a Golf and the Honda Civic. Which car would they go for? I bet you they're going to go for the Golf because it looks like a hatchback. It is a hatchback. So I wonder how these are going to sell. Apparently, these in America, they sell like this. Like that. People buy these things in America. They're the best-selling hatchback in America. And rightfully so. People like them. But, yeah. Losing practicality for sporty design, that's not my thing. Yeah, if you want a sporty design, buy a sports car. It's simple as that. Make a sports car. Instead of taking something that has been done properly through the years and making it different. No, they die. Yeah, so guys, that's my views on the new Honda Civic. I like it. I think it's dope, but yeah, it's not a hatchback. It's a sportback. 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 Must change the name. Yeah. Guys, this is my first video. This is my first video. Wow, I think I did well. And I cut my hair. Wow. I cut my hair. My hair was like this big. Okay, it wasn't that big. I'm over exaggerating. It was about a couple of centimeters big, but now I reduced it because I thought it would look better. How do I look, guys? Do I look better, or should I go back to my old haircut? No, I'm not going back to that. But yeah, I cut my hair, and this is my first video. I think I did well. For someone who's just starting on YouTube, yeah, I think I'm doing well. I'm going to be posting more videos, as I said. The next video I'm going to be posting is about the new BMW M3. Now, I'm not gonna talk about the grille. Don't worry. BMW just released the X-Drive versions. Now, in my personal preference, I think that BMW grille looks cool. Now, on the normal 4 Series, nah. But on the M3 and the M4, it looks dope. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to be talking about. The X-Drive versions of the BMW M3 and M4. Subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed it, and yeah, see you next time. Peace. Yeah, guys, that was my first video. I was talking about the Honda Civic. Now, I don't know when the Honda Civic is going to be sold here in South Africa, but it's going to be sold, I think, late this year. You should expect sales on the new Honda Civic. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, guys, like, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notified every time we post a new video. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and peace. Yeah, it's a fly! What the hell is a fly doing here? What the hell is a fly doing here in the middle of winter? I know it's not that hot, but you're not supposed to be here! My gosh! Ha! Got you! Wait, this thing is still recording. No animals were harmed in the making of this video, except for the fly. Anyway, guys, subscribe. Thank you.